All right, number 16 says if a homeowner obtains a loan for $346,500 and is required to pay 1.5 discount points, 1 point loan origination fee, and private mortgage insurance premium of 0.873 points, how much cash will he need to deliver to the closing table, including his down payment of $38,500? Okay, so let's just add the points together. So the discount point rate is 1.5 plus a 1 point loan. This is for origination fee plus PMI of 0.873. All right, when we add that together, the total percentage is 3.373% or 0.03373 as a decimal. So we know that this goes off of their loan amount, and it says that their loan was for $346,500. So when you multiply that, you get $11,687.45. But they also had a down payment. So let's bring that down here. $11,687.45. These were all the fees. We need their down payment of $38,500 to get the total amount that they need. So it's $50,187.45 that they need cash to close. 50,000. So your answer is B. Number 17 says a couple relocating to North Carolina wants to purchase a home for $235,000 with a 95% conventional loan. The lender uses a qualifying ratio of 28% of gross monthly income for the principal and interest payment. How much gross monthly income must they show to qualify for a 15-year loan at 4% that requires monthly payments of $740 per 1,000 of the loan amount? So we are looking for the amount of income that they need. So let's start. We know that the sales price was $235,000 and that the LTV is 95%. So we can multiply the sales price by the LTV to figure out the loan amount. 95% of 0.95. So their actual loan amount was for $223,250. We know that their payment was $740 per $1,000. So let's divide this into $1,000 increments, and we know that it was $740 per $1,000. So this will give us our monthly payment, which would be $1,652.05. We also know that their monthly payment could be 28% of their gross monthly income. So we know that this amount is 28%. We can divide this by 0.28, and that will give us, I'm just going to write it down here, guys, $5,918. That is their gross monthly income. So the answer is C. Number 18 says a relocating executive moving to Fargo can obtain a 30-year 90% non-conforming conventional loan at 4.75%. The loan requires monthly principal and interest payments of $522 per $1,000. If the annual insurance premium is $1,800, an annual ad valorem tax bill is calculated at $380 per 100 of value, Using an assessment ratio of 53% of market value, what will his monthly PIT payment be if he purchases a home for $456,000? Okay, so we are trying to figure out what his monthly payment would be. We know that sales price is $456,000, and that he got a 90% conventional loan. So we can multiply the sales price by the LTV of 90% or 0.9. So his actual loan amount is $410,400. We know that the payment is the payment is $522 per 1,000. So to figure out the payment, let's divide into $1,000 increments, and it is $522 per 1,000. So we're going to multiply by 522. When you do that, the principal and interest on that loan would be $2,142.29. Okay, we also need to figure the insurance and the taxes on this. So it says the insurance premium, the annual insurance premium is $1,800. So insurance is $1,800, but this is for the year, so we need to divide this by 12 months to get our insurance payment per month, which would be $150. It also says that the tax rate is $380 per 100 of value, but the assessed value is 53% of market. So in order to do that, let's do our sales price of $456, and the assessed rate is 53%, so we're going to multiply it by 0.53, and that will give us the assessed value of $241,680. And we know that the tax bill is $380 per 100. So we're going to divide this into $100 increments and multiply by 380. And that will give us a yearly tax of $9,183.84. If we divide this by 12 months, it'll give us our monthly tax. When you do that, it is $765.32. So let's add up our PITI. So our principal and interest is $2142.29. Our tax is $765.32, and our insurance is $150 a month. So when you add that up, the monthly payment in total is $3,057.61. That would be the monthly payment if you include taxes and insurance. So your answer is B. Number 19 says, a buyer has decided to offer $335,000 for a home that she really likes. The bank will loan her 80% of the purchase price for 30 years at 5% interest. What will be the amount of her principal and interest payment if the requirement is $568 per 1,000 of the loan? Okay, so we know that the sales price that she's wanting is $335,000, and the LTV is 80%. So let's multiply by 0.8 or 80%, and this will give us the actual loan amount. When you do that, it is $268,000. And it says the payments are $568 per 1,000. So let's divide this into $1,000 increments and multiply each of those by 568. So when you do that, the principal and interest payment would be 1522.24. So your answer is B. And number 20, a first-time homebuyer can obtain a 90% loan on a home selling for $385,000. The required cash down payment will be, well, if the LTV is 90%, 100 minus 90 is 10%. So that leaves 10% down payment. So your sales price is $385,000 times your down payment would be 10%, or 0.1, which is $38,500. Your answer is A.